Elon Musk, the big billionaire who is famous for his overly ambitious goals and world-changing inventions. And if you know him, you must be familiar with his mission to establish a sustainable and clean environment. In this video, we will talk about his officially revealed SpaceX's extraordinary new nuclear reactor. Number 8. Nuclear power has returned to the energy debate. SpaceX has built some insane machines over the years, but apparently for some of the engineers at SpaceX, revolutionizing space isn't enough. They have broken away and formed a new startup, Radiant. They promise to revolutionize portable, sustainable energy with revolutionary space-grade micronuclear reactors. Is this an empty promise or a groundbreaking revolution? Radiant is working on portable nuclear reactors that can help provide electricity in remote communities, disaster areas, and bases. These are 1 milliwatt portable nuclear reactors that can power over 1,000 homes per unit. Their reactor uses patent-pending technology to deliver some astonishing figures. It will be able to fit inside a shipping container, produce 1 megawatt of power, enough to power 1,000 U.S. homes. Needs no external water supply as it is helium-cooled, uses meltdown-proof nuclear fuel, can be operated remotely, and can last for 8 years without refueling or maintenance. So it's easy to see how Radiant has already raised $1.2 million from private investment to develop this reactor. Sadly, as their technology is patent-pending, there is very little technical data on this reactor. But we can speculate. This reactor is likely to be a helium-cooled fast reactor using triose particle fuel, comprised of either plutonium or thorium, as this technology already exists and can deliver on Radiant's claims. These technologies may sound complex, but the engineering behind them is pretty simple, yet very powerful. Number 7. Elon Musk is pro-nuclear. SpaceX is developing an extraordinary nuclear reactor. This technology is expected to enable people in remote and disaster areas with rapid supply of electricity as needed. Electricity is a basic need, and many remote areas have to live without it. But this is going to change very soon. SpaceX engineers are working on portable nuclear reactors that can power over 1,000 homes. Elon Musk is pro-nuclear. So said Musk while talking about making Bitcoin mining sustainable at the B-Word conference hosted by the Crypto Council for Innovation. Nuclear energy is considered clean energy because generating nuclear energy does not release greenhouse gases. But due to some high-profile accidents, legacy nuclear power plants can have a bad reputation. I think modern nuclear power plants are safe contrary to what people may think, the Tesla and SpaceX CEO said. I really think it's possible to make very extremely safe nuclear. And I'm talking about fission. You don't need fusion, Musk said. Nuclear fission is the process used in conventional nuclear reactors. With a fission reaction, a neutron slams into a larger atom, splitting it into 2 smaller atoms, which releases energy. Currently, about 20% of the energy generated in the United States is from nuclear, according to the U.S. Energy Information Administration. Conventional nuclear energy technology using fission has evolved and improved over the years. For example, Bill Gates founded an advanced nuclear company, TerraPower, which is innovating on legacy power plant technology. Still, there is strong opposition to the use of nuclear power. Opponents to nuclear power say there are still risks associated with nuclear power. Number 6. What's different with these nuclear reactors? Nuclear fusion comes from the fusing of 2 atoms at very high temperatures, which then release energy. Scientists have been working for decades to try to develop fusion energy as a viable power source. Unlike the burning of fossil fuels or the fission process of existing nuclear power plants, fusion offers the prospect of abundant energy without pollution, radioactive waste, or greenhouse gases. The nuclear reactors developed by Radiant use helium instead of water for cooling. This method, according to the company, greatly reduces corrosion, boiling, and contamination risks. The particle fuel used in these reactors does not melt, according to Radiant, and is also said to be capable of handling higher temperatures than traditional nuclear fuels. The company is also working around ways to refuel the reactors and also efficiently transport heat out of the reactor core. The utilization of nuclear reactions to generate energy is known as nuclear power. Nuclear fission, nuclear decay, and nuclear fusion processes are all sources of nuclear energy. Number 5. How it will help. The use of nuclear reactors to generate electricity can help reduce emissions produced by diesel generators. It would also decrease the need of getting trucks to transport fuel for these generators. The need for trucks would still be there for transporting the nuclear reactors, but the dependence is expected to be much lesser. Portability in itself is a big factor here, as it would help electricity reach easily in remote areas. Number 4. Challenges with conventional fuel. Developing a Mars colony is an ambitious pursuit. It will ultimately reduce human interference on Earth, limiting greenhouse gas emissions and surface pollution. A significant portion of our carbon emissions derive from fossil fuel combustion during the generation of electricity. Unlike Earth, Mars fails to produce the raw elements used in conventional energy production processes. Because fracking and mining are off the table, we must access alternate forms of energy. The sources must align with Mars' accessible elements, helping preserve resources rather than deplete them. Outside of transportation from Mars, we must evaluate the sustainability of rockets leaving Earth. When evaluating the sustainability of SpaceX, we must additionally assess water use. During takeoff, rockets can reach temperatures of 5,800 degrees Fahrenheit on average. Launch pads utilize vast quantities of water, cooling down the system and preventing the overheating of essential components. Number 3. Renewable solutions. Environmental engineers and scientists are developing fueling methods for SpaceX projects. Though renewable rocket fuel remains in development, Musk sent 2 solar arrays to the International Space Station. Next year, he will send an additional 4 devices, sustaining solar power development in space. All solar arrays can generate 120 kilowatts of clean energy from the sun. The system displays promising potential for a zero-emission electricity source on the Mars colony. Unlike sending fossil fuels to space, solar power lacks an expiration date, expanding its uses and longevity. As Musk continues using the technology he knows best, other developers research renewable rocket fuel production methods. Number 2. Other sustainability efforts. A significant sustainability challenge in space emissions is the pollution left outside of Earth. Each time we launch a rocket, paint chips, tools, plastic, and more escape the ship, generating dangerous litter. A small piece of garbage accidentally orbited into the ISS, cracking its window. Larger pieces of trash pose severe threats to astronaut safety. Musk's development of reusable rocket parts decreases the generation of pollution in outer space. He also made an effort to collect pollution on Earth's surface generated from launches. If Musk has shown us anything over the years, it is that technological advancements take time. Number 1. Small nuclear reactors. Small nuclear reactors are being developed by several countries, including NASA, who is making one the size of a garbage can. According to the World Nuclear Association, small nuclear reactors are convenient as they can be efficiently built in a controlled factory. Their small size and safety features also make it possible for them to be lent to countries with smaller grids. It can also help with easier financing as compared to larger nuclear plants. But Radiant is one of the few to work on portable nuclear reactors, and it would be joining Copenhagen-based startup Seaborg Technologies that will deploy them globally on floating barges. Do share with us in the comments what are your thoughts about this new technology. Thanks for watching.